Hi friends, how are you? I hope that you're very, very well. Let's talk about Riverdale. So, I'm sure that you've heard the news. No, we haven't had an announcement about the next Riverdale musical episode. I'm sorry. Sorry to disappoint. But I thought in this video it might be fun if I sat down and tried to think of musicals that will potentially someday be ruined by Riverdale. So that's what we're gonna do. If you don't know me, my name is Amy. I make a lot of theatre content. I have talked about the Riverdale musical episodes before and I will leave them linked down below and one at the end. So Riverdale. So Riverdale has done 3 musical episodes before. So they did Carrie, Heathers and Hedwig and the Angry Inch. And safe to say, they're not the best. I personally didn't mind the Hedwig one. I thought the Carrie one was marginally worse and the Heathers one was a travesty. That is nothing against the performers. I just think it's random that they've decided to make Riverdale have a musical episode each time and make these people who clearly don't want to sing musicals. But anyway, so what I did was, I know that the next season is due to come out at the beginning of 2021. There's only 5 episodes that have been listed with the show titles, and I decided that I would take those show titles and try to fit them around a musical as if each episode is a musical. If this makes no sense, it's fine. If this video is awful, that's also fine. But you know what? We're going into lockdown in the UK again, and I just feel like I'm gonna put up loads of videos and I'm just gonna share every thought that I have over the next month. And this is one I had. Like, I was lying awake at 3 AM the other day and I was like, I'm so bored that I wish Riverdale would release a new musical episode so I had something to laugh about. And instead, I decided to just make that myself. So, let's get started. Okay, so the first episode is called Climax. Now, I think I should also state that I know very little about the show. I watched the first season and then I was like, I don't think this is for me anymore. And I've watched the musical episodes, but that's it. So I don't know what's going on in people's lives or their storylines or who's going out with who. So this is basically based all on season 1 knowledge. Okay, so the first episode is called Climax. Obviously that could mean a few things. I'm gonna go down the very literal sexual route with it. And so I think that the first episode, if it was a musical episode, would be all around Spring Awakening. I know that Riverdale seems to enjoy doing musicals that are kind of, they've got an audience base who are a bit younger, who like kind of darker themes, and I think that Spring Awakening would be perfect for this. If you don't know, Spring Awakening is a musical about kind of young people discovering their sexual awakening and political and emotional awakening, and it's all about kind of realizing who you are and whatnot. So I think that Spring Awakening would be great for this, and it could be around, I don't know, somebody in the school losing their virginity. I don't know where any of the characters are in their journeys down that road, but I feel like it would fit quite well. They could do the song Touch Me, The Word of Your Body, I Believe, and I think it could be great. Now, just a little side note, this is a story time. So I am old. I'm an old lady. When I was younger, I lived at home when Spring Awakening the first time came out, and we had a family shared computer on like dial-up internet. So to download a song, it would take like 3 days. So I went to download Spring Awakening, the album, on my computer and left it upstairs and went downstairs and whatever, and my dad walked in and saw the titles like Touch Me, The Word of Your Body, Totally Fucked, and I was like, Amy's downloading porn on the computer, and I was like, no, it's actually just a musical. So anyway, so the next episode is called The Preppy Murders. So I was trying to think of a musical that would fit with this, and I thought that maybe Be More Chill would be an interesting option. So in Be More Chill, basically, there's this like pill, and it's a supercomputer that you take, and the computer like lodges in your brain and like tells you what to do and tells you how to be cool, and it like takes over your brain and whatnot. But then it like all goes wrong, and you know, it's dangerous and whatnot. I was thinking maybe it's Be More Chill, but they kind of take this like pill that makes them all like preppy, a bit like Stepford Wivesy. Do you know what I mean? They're all kind of controlled by something. You know when Jughead's like, I'm not like other girls.
I'm weird. I'm a weirdo.
that vibe. I feel like he would be like the Michael Mell who basically doesn't take the pill, and he goes to this party and he's like stuck in the bathroom singing Michael in the bathroom. If you don't know that song, go and listen to it. It's fantastic. And so I was feeling like maybe Jughead would sing Michael in the bathroom and then somebody would murder everyone who was preppy. This video is such utter shit. Okay, the third episode is called Graduation, and I think it's finally time that Riverdale had a High School Musical episode. And so this is all going to be based off High School Musical 3, Senior Year, my favourite film in the trilogy. It's all about how Archie is trying to choose between boxing and singing. Are those his interests? I don't know. Don't worry, by the way, about trying to tell me the storylines and who's with who, because I don't really care. This is just like a fun, let's just chat about stupid ideas kind of video. Do you know what I mean? I'm not trying to be accurate with the storylines, but I remember in Heathers he was in a boxing ring, and I remember in the first season he was playing the guitar. Was he like seeing the music teacher? Did I remember that? Maybe, I don't know. But it's very much a Troy Bolton, do I choose basketball or musical theatre vibe. So we have that kind of through line for the episode arc.
I've chosen basketball, but I've also chosen theater.
I feel like Cheryl would do a fantastic rendition of I Want It All. You know, I want it all, I want it, want it, want it. And I think it'd be great just to have the whole crew doing like, it's gonna be a night to remember. I think that would be fantastic. And then at the end we could have them all, you know, when they do High School Musical, that song. Amazing. Better than We're All in This Together, just saying. You know, I said what I said. And I think that would be epic. The next episode that we've got listed is called Purgatory. I think for this, it would be a Jesus Christ Superstar episode. I know that there's nothing really about Purgatory in Jesus Christ Superstar, but it's like a religious thing, isn't it? So that's why I'm sticking with that. I feel like it would be iconic just to get somebody miming along to a horrifically overly auto-tuned rendition of Heaven on Their Minds. You know, like the world's hardest song to sing. I do think that Betty would do a fantastic rendition of I Don't Know How to Love Him. Lily Reinhart has got a lovely voice anyway, so I think that she would sound pretty fantastic in that. Jesus Christ Superstar, again, is like, I think they class it as like a rock musical, so I feel like it's in keeping with the Riverdale vibes. Another episode title that has been listed is The Homecoming. Now, I know very little about like American life when it's like, are you going to the homecoming game? Are you going to the homecoming prom? I don't know what that means, but I thought two musicals could work very well for this. One could be Beetlejuice, because there's a song called Home that Lydia sings, and I think that Veronica would do a great version of this. Camila Mendes has gorgeous voice. Again, I think she'd do a great version of it. It's Homecoming, the song is called Home, but I really don't know about the rest. Or, if my very limited knowledge of American life is correct and it is something to do with like football, then maybe a Bring It On episode could be great. Bring It On, the musical based on the movie, and they could do like some cool cheerleading stuff with the Vixens? Is that what they're called? As I say, I watched the first season and nothing else. You know, as I say, I do think that Riverdale seem to enjoy doing something that is a little bit more of a darker theme. They do tend to like doing musicals that's based on something, because the thing is, like, Carrie isn't like a super popular musical, really. It's got kind of a cult following, but it's not like super duper mainstream. But obviously everybody knows the film and the book, so that's why Carrie works. So I don't know if all of my options would work. You know, we'll just have to wait and see. I would love to see them do something like Six. I don't think it would work, but I would give my left leg to see Jughead singing Heart of Stone or Don't Lose Your Head or something like that. Do you know what I mean? I think that would be iconic. But let me know, what musical do you think that Riverdale is going to ruin next? As I say, this is no hate on anybody in the cast or anything. This is just for fun. If you're getting angry, don't. This is just for fun. It's just me sharing my stupid thoughts. But anyway, I hope that you enjoyed this video and I hope you're all looking after yourselves and keeping well. Yeah, I will see you again soon. We will have to wait and see if Riverdale announce a musical episode this season. I'm sure that they will. But what do we think it's gonna be? Let me know. See you soon.